Hello everyone. Today Moleen and me Bhavna are going to give a brief introduction on the debate topic IT and competitive advantage. Whether IT is a competitive advantage or whether it is a commodity. What exactly is competitive advantage? An advantage that a firm has over its competitors, allowing it to generate greater sales or margins or retain more customers than its competitors. Chief executives regularly talk about how they can use IT to gain competitive edge by digitization of their business models. Most of the chief information officers have hired strategic consulting firms to provide fresh ideas on how to leverage their IT investment for differentiation and advancement. A classic example of this is the American Hospital Supply, a leading distributor of medical supplies. AHS introduced in 1976 an innovative system called Analytics Systems Automated Purchasing to order goods electronically. This system was built in-house, which resulted in efficient ordering that enabled reduce their inventories accordingly and thus their cost. For several years, it was the only distributor offering electronic ordering that led to years of superior financial result. Some of the other companies are American Airlines with its subway reservation system, FedEx with its package tracking system, Mobil Oil with its automated speed pass payment system, eBay with its internet auctions had superior insights into the way IT would fundamentally change an industry and were able to stake out commanding position. Walmart and Dell are other renowned firms known to turn technology into enduring positioning advancement. According to an article in Forbes, all enterprises, regardless of whether they produce or the services they deliver, are really information businesses. The accuracy, speed, and precision of the IT system means the difference between winning or losing customers, keeping supply chain profitable, and solidly translating new concepts into revenue-producing products and services. A study on business competitiveness reported in Harvard Business Review demonstrates that IT investments leading to operational improvements have outperformed mergers and acquisitions and research and development in contributing to business competitive advantage since the mid-1990s. The mid-1990s shift occurred when IT business tools, including enterprise resource management, customer relation management, enterprise content management, were introduced at the enterprise level. These tools enabled businesses to gain more insight and control over operations, identify inefficiencies, and efficiently deploy business improvements. In a recently published Gartner report, CEO and Senior Executive Survey 2013 listed 21 top companies admired for competitive IT, that is, their ability to apply IT-related capabilities for competitive advantage. Some of the companies to make it in the list are Accenture, Amazon, Apple, Cleveland Clinic, General Electric, Goldman Sachs, Google. Some interesting conclusions were driven from the survey. First being customer-driven IT is one of the most admired traits of all 21 companies in the list. The world's best-run services have customer-driven IT as a part of their DNA. Four of the top 5 factors that most impress respondents about the admired companies are customer-related. Customer-facing IT is 15% as shown in the graph, followed by exceptional use of CRM 11%, customer-centric innovation 9% are some of the most mentioned attributes of the highest performing companies. The next interesting conclusion driven was enterprise needs to consider how business successes in investment in IT can be used for branding and recruitment. Providing benchmark performance data and stories on how IT created entirely new markets and solved business problems needs to be used for recruiting. Many of the top 21 companies mentioned are using success stories as a catalyst for driving recruitment efforts for analytics, cloud computing, and system integration experts. The next point in the conclusion is also that do not underestimate the destructive power of cloud computing and the mobility to completely reorder enterprise systems quickly. Gartner mentions that the enterprises whose IT organization would have made to the list had they not slowed down. While not directly stated, Gartner wants IT departments to not become complacent over time. It is important that the CEOs keep challenging their organizations to stay intensely focused on new developments and seeking out how they can be used to strengthen business strategies. Now let's look at the key trends in optimizing IT for competitive advantage. Although technology seems to be one that comes and goes with frightening regularity, some having lasting impact on businesses. These are the ones that change the way business operates and provides dramatic improvement for those that adopt them. Such technologies help organizations to become operationally lean, agile, responsive, increase effectiveness, and improve outcomes. Innovative technology also empowers executives, managers, and workforces to operate their businesses more effectively. But deciding which technology to adopt and where to apply them requires planning, and for many it is hard to even know where to start and how to best to ensure that they are not falling behind in the competitive global markets. This confusion is multiplied when six game-changing technology innovations appear virtually simultaneously. These innovations, that is big data, business analytics, business collaboration, cloud computing, mobile technology, and social media, can now enable new computing methods for the lines of business and IT in any industry as they strive to unlock full value from people, process, information, and technology investment. Gaining this knowledge is no easy task. It requires thorough and wide-range research to find the best practices that the organizations need to understand as they try to increase their competency and effectiveness. The Business Technology Innovation Benchmark research explores in detail how companies can make technology deployments and use these choices to gain competitive advantage and streamline operations. The research identified and quantified the ways in which organizations use each of the six technology innovations across the businesses and IT. It also explores the value of using this technology to create more effective processes and assesses the maturity of the organization's current use and the benefit of their deployment. Nowadays, with the movement towards cloud, most software gets built to be able to run in the commoditized configuration. So after decades of building, tweaking, maintaining the in-house systems, you wake up to a world where all the competitors can run the state-of-art systems at a fraction of the setup. They don't need an IT department because an invisible army of software and infrastructure engineers are maintaining and running the cloud. All they pay is the monthly fees. Suddenly your strategic advancement has turned into a standard. That's what is IT as a commodity. Now Moline will talk more on it.
Thank you so much for Pafna of the introduction of IT and its competitive advantages over there. Now I'll go and talk a little bit more about IT as commodity. At the very beginning, I want you guys to know a little bit more about what is a commodity. So I dig out a little bit on the website called Investopedia. It is a business exclusive online dictionary, and on the website it is said a commodity is any good exchanged during commerce, which includes goods traded on a commodity exchange. To be more specifically, a commodity is a basic good used in commerce that is interchangeable with other commodities of the same type. commodities are most often used as inputs in the production of other goods or services. And of course, the quality of a given commodity may differ slightly, but it is essentially uniform across producers. And on our exchange, commodities must also meet specific minimum standards, aka a basis grade. All the commodity have two kind of characters over there. Either they are proprietary or they are infrastructural. And all the commodity would face the same life cycle from boom to bust. As we're talking IT as a commodity, it must have the similar characters as the rest of commodity in the world. So it has two kind of character, which we describe as proprietary technologies or the infrastructural technologies. I'm doing a little bit of comparison of each of them. For a proprietary technology, you can consume it as pharmaceutical companies. Whenever they have a new medicine come out from their new R&D, it comes out to be this medicine was created or be utilized only for a certain purpose and in the certain companies. And the medicine would be only used in the certain field or out there in the world. It is exactly the same as a proprietary technology being used. For example, a hospital developed their own reservation system for their patients. It is only supposed to be used in the hospital. They don't want any hospital to use the same reservation system. So the proprietary technology is quite limited, the usage of the certain things, and it requires a really high R&D to create it. Infrastructural technologies is on the opposite side of proprietary technologies. Put as an example, your company, which is a manufacturing company with the rights of building a railroad in the early 90s, you don't want to build a railroad for yourself. It's better to offer all the commodities companies over there to buy your service, build a road together to show the railroad so it can benefit more. Nowadays, the most application has been used or are still using. They are still very basic infrastructural technology as what we're doing every day, the emails, the Word, PowerPoint. I had made a list of IT commodities used in a daily basis: internet, computer, applications, electronic devices, and of course remote services. And now the iCloud computation is really popular. So this led us a conclusion. IT is an ubiquitous commodity as well as it is a competitive advantages. How they adapt their organizations and business process to make the best use of technology will be very challenging for their very existence in the cruel business world. Funny is that the question is not about the whether the email surely now a commodity or the cause of disruption or the source of productivities anymore. They're more about but as even these types of technology became more and more widely used, it is still increasingly going to be how companies make use of their technology that holds the potential for competitive advantages. This leads to a very interesting point from Nicholas Carl. As he said, as information and technology's power and ubiquity have grown, its strategic importance has diminished. The way you approach IT investment and management will need to change dramatically. As at the very moment, a real-life example has said a similar thing. A survey of 600 employees at blue-chip companies in the UK by Priority Management last month found that 11% of the employees find the email is the cause of most disruption to their daily work. are not down to whether a company uses Outlook, Express, or Azure, but down to how email has been integrated into the rest of company's system and processes, the culture of the organizations, and many other facts, which exactly leads us to the topic of the day, which is the widespread use of information technology means that IT is increasingly becoming a commodity like energy rather than a source of possible competitive advantages. The rest of our team are going to debate on this topic later on. Thank you.